My name's Tom. Today we're at Pay360 and I'm joined with Blaise and Tina from Intix. Hi Blaise, how are you?
Hi Tom, I'm good, thank you.
So would you like to just introduce yourself for our viewers who don't know about yourself and Intix?
Sure.
And just about your position and what Intix is up to?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Blaise. I'm the new CEO of Intix. So I started a few months ago. And Intix is a solution that we are selling to banks. So our primary customer are tier 1, tier 2 banks. And we are selling to the bank a platform where they can aggregate, organize, index, monitor and track all their payments. Okay, so it seems that an obvious solution, but today, as you know, they have a lot of legacy systems, many systems that manage payments, and our solution is really aggregating and giving a single view for all the payments. And then on top of this platform, you have different applications. One is to aggregate and warehouse the payment and giving the ability to the bank to search for their payment. And another application is to track and monitor all the payment that goes through banks. That's what we do, and we do it for the last 12 years.
Great, thank you for that. So obviously this is one of the biggest events at the start of 2024. So if we take a step back and look to how 2023 was for Intix, what kind of success stories did you have there and what did you learn throughout the year?
So 2023 has been a very busy year, especially for me. I joined in September. So since then we have been very active with the team, a big growth in terms of revenue, but as well in terms of team member. So I think we have something like 40% of the employees of Intix are new in the company. So we are really scaling up massively the company. As mentioned, we have several tier 1 customers, and it was quite impressive to see last year how these tier 1 customers have been very creative with our platform, generating new use case, building new use case on the platform. So that was really terrific to see. We closed a partnership with FIS mid-year last year. And we are seeing the first fruits that are coming actually this year. But this has been heavy investment for a company like us. But it's opening obviously big horizon. We get to customers that we have not been able to talk with in the past. It's opening new markets, new territory. Asia also is a great help to have FIS as a partner.
Great. And thinking about that horizon that you were talking about, when we're looking into this coming year, what are your biggest priorities for 2024?
So the product. So we are massively improving the product capabilities and adding new features. Because what we find out, we spent a lot of time last year to look at what our customers are doing with the solution. And I mentioned the two solutions that we are offering pre-packaged, but we saw that our customers have been very creative with our solution. I just spoke with a customer who is a mid-sized bank. They told me they are recording on our solution 130 million transaction per year, and they are using the solution for more than 10 years. So they are sitting on a gold mine of payment that now they are exploiting in many ways. So compliance is getting into the mix, also leveraging the capability of the platform. So we find out that our customers are very creative, and we are trying now to start to productize all this creativity and make it part of the product. So that's one thing. Continues the growth, Asia is a market that we've been investing for some time, but now we are really accelerating. We are accelerating on partnerships. So I mentioned FIS, but we have many other partnerships in the making. So all this to accelerate, the growth of the company. We have customers in the US, we have customers in Europe, we have customers in Asia, in Africa. But all these markets need to be developed further. So that's a big focus for next year.
That's good, and it's always good to have a global outlook as well. That's hugely important. But can you share any exciting projects or developments that you're currently working on?
Sure. So as mentioned earlier, banks are our primary customer, but within banks, you have different segments. So tier 1, tier 2 have been the big focus, but perhaps you saw in the news lately, we announced a partnership with Clearstream, who is more like a CSD. So there is also a lot of opportunity for us in this domain. So first we need to scale our partnership with Clearstream. So that's on its own is a journey. FIS, as mentioned, FIS, we are just in the early days of the partnership. We are now finalizing few customers together, but it's FIS is one of the major players in the fintech industry. So there's a lot more we can do with FIS. So that's obviously to focus. We also realized that our customer could be extremely relevant for what we call service bureau. So company offering prepackaged services to smaller banks. And I'm just back from South Africa, where we have one of our customer service bureau who is offering our solution to 50 smaller banks. And this is also something that we would like to replicate with other service bureau around. So there is too many things we have in mind, and probably not enough time and not enough resource. But there is a very busy year in front of us.
And Tina, if you could introduce yourself as well, please.
Sure. Hi, I'm Tina Fisher. I'm Chief Marketing Officer at Intix. Intix is a platform that aggregates transactions and payments within global Tier 1 and Tier 2 banks. So it allows them to be able to have transparency and visibility of all their transactions on a single window.
Fantastic. And obviously we're surrounded right now with the hustle and bustle of Pay360. What were you most looking forward to when you were coming into the event?
Pay360 is a really important event for us, it being the largest payments event in the sector in the UK. For us, what we wanted to come here for, it's really important to have face-to-face conversations with our customers, our potential customers, partners, and even competitors. And not only that, it's not only the face-to-face meetings, but it's also to see what other people are doing, the innovation that's happening in the sector, so that we can also collaborate with them.
Great, and obviously the focus at Pay360 is all about payments, the world of payments, how it's developing. What are you most looking for from the world of payments and the payments ecosystem going into the future?
Well, we know that between 2020 and 2030, the volume of payments is going to increase. And depending upon where you are in the world, it's increasing by over 400%. That's really important to us because as we work with some of the large financial institutions, if their volumes of payments are going to increase, and if they don't have the infrastructure, the payment systems and the legacy silos, then they don't have the ability to track their transactions and have visibility. So that's something that we're really passionate about, that we work with over the next 10 years, particularly how people are dealing with the payments volumes.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much.